Yo guys, what's up? It's WarSpirit. Got some Titanfall for you guys today. My last video was the 5 tricks that you need to dominate in Titanfall, and that performed really well on YouTube, so thanks for all the support and all the likes and all the comments on that video. It's sitting at over 10k views now, which is awesome, and yeah, really happy with that one. And it also passed 4,000 subscribers on YouTube last week, so thanks very much for that, all your support guys, getting me there. I've been doing YouTube for about 4 years now, mostly Crisis content, started off doing Left 4 Dead content, and yeah, that's about 1,000 subs per year, so it's not too bad. Pretty cool, passing that big milestone. Hopefully we can keep going up as well from here. So we're playing some Hardpoint Domination in this video. It's actually not a mode that I play very often. I've probably got less than 10 rounds of Hardpoint Domination in the game so far. I just prefer Capture the Flag and Pilot Hunter to the other game modes. I really dislike Attrition. I don't find it enjoyable, which was something I was talking about in one of my live streams yesterday, because basically the objective of Attrition doesn't really suit what I want to play in the game. What you need to do is, or what most people seem to do in Attrition, is just get in their Titans and sit in their Titans the whole game and kill grunts and AI to farm kills and win the game. And so you don't get anyone really running around like fighting pilots or looking for kills for anything else or doing any sort of objective stuff. They just sit and farm grunts in their Titans, which is not very fun for a game mode. So I think for that game mode actually to be the default game mode, it's pretty bad for the game, because what everyone does is straight away they jump into Attrition, and most people just play Attrition all the time because it is the sort of default game mode for Titanfall, and I think that's really bad because it's probably the worst game mode in this game. And I think more people should start playing the other game modes. I think you should all, if you're playing Attrition, if your standard game mode is Attrition, I strongly advise you to switch this to Pilot Hunter, because it's longer games, they're more intense, killing players and Titans actually mean something. And yeah, so Pilot Hunter, or play one of the other modes, even play Hardpoint Domination, although I don't know, I just don't really enjoy domination type game modes. I didn't really enjoy domination in Crisis either. There was a domination sort of game mode in that which was called Spears. It's not really made for sort of public play. It's more, I guess it's more competitive, but even in competitive it's not that fun, to be honest. Capture the Flag is definitely more the competitive game mode, so hopefully when we do see competitive modes added to Titanfall, it will be Capture the Flag. Talking about game modes here, there was a recent announcement that Respawn are going to add new game modes to Titanfall for free, as in they won't be part of the DLC, so you don't need the season pass or anything like that to play these new game modes, which I think is really cool. So hopefully we're going to see some more awesome game modes. I'm not too sure what they could be though. Maybe something like Crash Site from Crisis, that would be awesome. Maybe a free-for-all? I wonder how free-for-all would work in this game with the bots and stuff. Maybe they would just be like neutral bots and pilots. And can you imagine like free-for-all Titan fights? That would be so awesome. I'm not too sure how they would work if like 2 Titans would team up on another Titan to finish it and then try and battle it out themselves. I think free-for-all would be an interesting mode for Titanfall. Free-for-all was always a favourite mode of mine as well, since you don't need to rely on teammates doing anything, and you can just play the game yourself and dominate people by yourself without, I don't know, not having to help your teammate or carry your teammates to victory all the time, which is nice. So free-for-all, please. Respawn, please add it. Let's do it. That's one thing I would like to see in this game. Another sort of big announcement recently was the anti-cheat system for Titanfall. The details of that were revealed. It's using software called Fairfight, which I don't know too much about, but I mean, probably something that detects if you're running too fast or aiming too good, and it will flag you, and Respawn will investigate and then ban you. But actually, they don't really ban you. It's not like a permanent ban from the game. You still play the game if you get banned for hacking, except the only thing you can do is play with other hackers, which is pretty funny. But it's sort of the same thing as a ban, because these players can't actually play with normal players. They can't play the real game anymore. They're stuck playing with hackers for the rest of the game. And I imagine there's going to be not too many people, so it's going to be very hard for hackers to find a game. So I mean, there's no sort of negative side there. There's one, I think, a really good positive thing about using this sort of system is it gives Respawn like a constant pool of hackers which they can monitor and view what their sort of hacks are and how they're using them from this hacker playlist, and then they can compare this with players in the normal servers and see if anyone in the normal servers are using any of these hacks, and then they can just ban them and add them to this hacker playlist as well. So I think that's a really good system. I guess a bad thing about this system is if hackers find a way to bypass this playlist lock. Like, I don't know if they can just disable the the lock playlist and just start playing with normal players again. I imagine they probably could find a way to get past that, but we'll just have to wait and see if we see more hackers in our servers again. But good system. Let's hope it works for all those hackers out there on PC, all those assholes. Another big feature which was added recently and secretly, it just randomly got patched in yesterday, no one knew about it and unless you got access to it, was the scale-based matchmaking system, which I have tried. It's currently set to attrition only, which is horrible, and I don't enjoy attrition, so it's not too great at the moment. I'd rather if it's a skill-based capture the flag matchmaking, but I don't really see any difference between the matchmaking in the skill-based matchmaking and in normal server matchmaking. I don't think it's very optimized right now. People were saying that it matches people with the same KD in each other's servers, which I don't think was the case, because there was people with like 3.4 KDs matched up with people with 1.7 KDs, and basically the only difference between this system and the other system, the normal system, is that every few rounds it puts you up against a new team. Say your team is winning like 5 games in a row, then it'll switch out the team that you were playing against and put you up against another team which is sitting waiting looking for a team to play against, and that other team that you get put up against could be just as bad as the team which you just faced. It's not really skill-based matchmaking. All it does is it sees if you're winning or losing, and if you're losing it puts you up against another team, and if you're winning it puts you up against another team. It doesn't say if this other team is actually going to be better or worse than the last team that you played against. So hopefully they can update this a little bit more, since it does say skill-based matchmaking beta or something like that, advanced matchmaking, but I guess they're working on it and trying to, at least they're working on something like that, which is nice. So hopefully that gets better and includes more game modes as well soon. But I can't see very many people using it right now because it takes too long to find games, and it's pretty much just the exact same as normal matchmaking. They just really need to hurry up and get private matches added into the game so we can play some real competitive games against scaled teams and stuff like that, set up some real matches. Kind of disappointing that that's not actually been added in yet. I thought it would have been added by now. I mean, how long? I don't know. Maybe it's been out for a couple of weeks. But yeah, I would have liked to have seen it pretty soon, because once that stuff comes, it basically allows Titanfall to have sort of endless replayability. Right now you're just playing in some servers, playing against some noobs, killing noobs. Apart from that, you're playing with your friends, having a laugh, and it's the same old, same old. Once they add competitive gameplay, it'll all switch up and you'll be able to do tons of new stuff. It'll be awesome. It'll just be constant scrimmages, constant ownage, constant sweatiness, sweating it out, try hard pants time. It'll be awesome. I want that so much. It's going to be great. I've actually got over 100 hours in Titanfall already, which is pretty crazy considering, looking at my Crysis 3 stats page, I only have about 200 hours in Crysis 3, and that's like in the lifetime of Crysis 3 as well. So yeah, I guess I'm enjoying this game. I guess I am enjoying it to be playing it so much. It is sort of the only game I've been playing recently, although the new Diablo 3 expansion did come out, so I played that for a couple of days there, completed that, beat the final boss, so I'm probably going to start farming that as well for a little bit of casual fun when I'm not wanting to go hardcore in some Titanfall. So after 100 hours in the game, weapon balance is definitely something that you start to take more notice of, and I definitely think that the carbine is way too strong compared to all the other guns in the game. You can pretty much outsnipe snipers with the carbine. You can sometimes even outsnipe snipers with the car SMG, which is also pretty crazy. And I'm not trying to say that snipers are too weak here, it's just that on PC, sensitivity, mouse sensitivity is very important, and I don't like using the snipers because the aim down sight sensitivity when you use a sniper scope or an ACOG scope or anything like that is totally fucked up. It's way too slow, and like compared to my low sensitivity, it is very, very, very slow. So yeah, I don't really like the sniping in this game. If they could patch in an ADS modifier for sensitivity, it would be really nice for the sniping. But yeah, the carbine is crazy. Satchel charges have become a big thing recently, especially on PC. They've become a really big thing and they are getting pretty out of hand. The amount of people running around using satchel charges, and basically it's so easy to get a kill with satchel charges. You just run around a corner, chuck a satchel charge. They're very hard to see. It's very unlikely that you'll see an enemy switching to their satchel or throwing a satchel towards you and then they just blow you up. It's just an easy way to die in this game. You can go like flawless for an entire round and then just die to Satchel Charge. It really sucks. And the worst thing about Satchel Charges is the fact that they render frag grenades completely useless. In comparison, frag grenades are useless because, okay, they have longer range. That's what they have over Satchel Charges. You can chuck a frag grenade anywhere you like on the map, but you're probably not going to get very many frag grenade kills anyway in this game because everyone's running very fast. They can see the visible yellow frag grenade marker and they just jump away before the delayed explosion happens. So the advantages of the Satchel Charge are it has no delayed explosion, it has no visible indicator that there is a Satchel Charge incoming, and it has a larger blast radius as well compared to the frag grenades. And you definitely see this in games. You see lots of Satchel Charge kills, you never see frag grenade kills. So what they should do to change this is give Satchel Charges a visible indicator like the frag grenades when they're incoming, but it doesn't necessarily need to be on all the time because they're meant to be sort of hidden explosives which you place around objective locations and blow up when enemies get too close. But definitely when they're being thrown they should have a visible indicator and maybe some sort of timed explosive as well, and nerf the blast radius. That's all I got time for in this video, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay in the background there. 4,000 assault points, attack points, almost flawless score. Ninja Titan fucked me up at the end. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.